Hello, guys. Welcome to the Daily Cricket Podcast with Sid Jagannath. So, I guess we start the day off with today's biggest headline, which is not really India defeating South Africa after almost losing. But I think the headline is more uh, just the relief that things are back to how they used to be with ROKO at the helm. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, when they were batting, it seemed like they never left. Rohit Sharma is looking fit. He's looking fantastic. The kind of shots he had, the kind of just the elegance, the time he has. There was a time when you felt that that was going away, and it's unfair to say that it's because he's fitter or anything of that sort. But I just feel the time he's had and the clarity he's got, especially after retiring from the other two formats, that he knows that this is the only format he's going to play. I think that's made a hell of a difference. Virat Kohli, hmm, I would say that he was pretty much close to his fluent best, let me put it that way. But how much did he benefit? Okay, when I say this again, people are going to start saying that I'm not a Virat Kohli fan and stuff. I really am. Don't get me wrong. I guess my expectations of him are pretty high. So he was very good up front, especially when he was with Rohit. I think that momentum really carried them both through. I think there was a time where he just kind of let things drift a little bit. Um, you can't really blame him because on the other side, people were losing their wickets continuously. So, can you really say that he slowed down? I'm not sure. But then after 100, he kind of accelerated. But you see, that's the problem that for the 100, he kind of slowed down basically from about maybe 75, 80 till 100. There was barely any, you know, uh, no boundary or anything of that sort. And so, if you're going to play the boundaries after 100, why not play the boundaries before 100? The team needs the runs. You don't need your 100, the team needs the runs, right? So, shoot me if I'm wrong, but it was good to see him get 100. Don't get me wrong, but I kind of felt that he put himself ahead before the team. I said it, I really did. Uh, anyway, so but apart from that, I think he was batting pretty much close to not close to his fluent best, but I think better than what we've seen him bat over the last couple of years at least. He was definitely way better than that. So talking about the bowling, Harshit Rana I think was a welcome. Um, I don't know. Maybe sometimes we feel that some people are just given a larger rope to prove themselves than others. Maybe there's some potential that the coaches see in them that the others don't see. Whatever it was, we all knew that he is a hardworking kid and talented and all that stuff. Tall, can bat a little bit. So I guess he has in him those potentials that you want to see in a number eight. Who can bowl well and who can bat a little bit. Things like that. Get that extra bounce, especially in docile Indian pitches where he can kind of bounce out the batsman. But I think he bowled decently well. Um, Constantly kept trying to change it up and stuff. But I think it would be unfair to wrap up today's match analysis at least without praising the South African team. Even in the test matches, you had to really admire the fact that there wasn't one single player who kind of stood up there. It was sort of all of them together. So even in today's match, for example, I wouldn't say it was just Marco Jensen or just Corbin Bosch at the end, but it was or Brevis with his fantastic little cameo innings. I don't think it's one of them, but it's kind of all of them together, and that really is what team sport is all about. Sometimes I wish the Indian team also understood that it's okay for you not to have a hero day, but it's important for you to contribute. And when three or four people contribute, the team becomes the hero. And I think that's what sometimes is missing in our game. Something which we got to see the South Africans exercise. So after being 11 for 3, for them to be able to still go through and come close to basically the last over or maybe a couple overs in. No, actually, it was the last over that they had to get those runs and they finally got out. So I think that's an amazing achievement and hats off to South Africa for doing that. I think Marco Jansen is a revelation with the bat. I mean, what's going on over there? Um, the bowlers just don't seem to have a solution to him, and the only way he was able to get out is basically when he kind of made a mistake. There was the bowlers didn't win a single ball against him basically, excepting the eventual ball that he did get out. So yeah, it was a good game of ODI cricket, 650 runs or 700 runs or something of that sort. But you have to say that had the top order not collapsed, would it have been a cakewalk? I mean, I'm not sure, but the Indian bowlings looked a little bit unimaginative sometimes. Even the captaincy, the field placements. I mean, KL Rahul is a captain. I guess this is among the few times that he was captain so far, but not very inspiring. The India win. I'll end it at that. Um, Something that is exciting is Abhishek Sharma. He just scored the fastest 50 in Syed Mushtaq Ali tournament, T20 tournament. He scored a 50 of 12 balls. That's pretty crazy, man. You need to get such talent out there. I mean, Rituraj Gaikwad, I can see why you're in the ODI team. You have that temperament about you. You know, you have the shots too, I guess. But Abhishek Sharma, I mean, it's gonna take something special from the other guys before keeping out a talent like him into the Indian team. I mean, I don't know if that's even possible to keep him out and the couple of years down the line. I don't see that happening. Moving on to other news. I guess there was the BPL auction, but I don't know. I don't know who cares about the BPL auction in India. At least, I mean, I don't follow the BPL auction too much, but um, there's in the news that Andre Russell, has actually retired. Well, I don't know if he's retired from international cricket, to be honest, but anyway, he's hung up his IPL boots. At least I think KKR released him, and I guess they offered him a coaching gig or something of that sort. So he, in his words, he wanted to leave on the way up, making fans ask why did he go now rather than saying he should have gone a couple of years back. I think that's a good approach to have, but also maybe you're kind of undervaluing yourself. And the truth of the matter is, last season, I think he was really struggling. I mean, it was obvious in his batting and his bowling was still, it had that X factor to it with the slow balls and the thinking that goes into the bowling. But the batting, I think he was just kind of missing a beat over there. And I think it's a good time for him to go. Actually, he's been one of the most fantastic, exciting players to watch in the IPL circuit. The other thing I'm really looking forward to is the Ashes test that's starting very soon. The pink ball test, in which Mitchell Stark is going to be mad. And that's one exciting series. Although I think England pretty much threw away the game last time. Let's be honest, they just threw away the game by because of their ego. Nothing more than that, because of their ego. So yeah, but really looking forward to the second test, England versus Australia, and I guess India moves on to the second ODI, and we'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Until then, peace out.